The American Rescue Plan, or ARP, has presented us an incredible opportunity. We will receive approximately $200 million over the next 3 years. This is the last of 3 federal allocations for school districts across the nation. The first to respond to the pandemic, the second to reopen, and the third to stabilize and move forward. These are one-time resources to be invested with a priority towards student learning. Before the pandemic, we set the district on a path of increasing student learning outcomes through SPPS Achieves, our strategic plan. The pandemic created many challenges to the implementation, so we had to redirect our capacity to first responding to the pandemic, then reopening schools safely, and now addressing the challenges of distance learning. Now we must stabilize our investments towards our focus area priorities, and like all other district work, we will move forward as a community. Your perspective has been crucial throughout the past 18 months. Last year, you gave us valuable feedback on the distance learning experience. From your input on the challenges of distance learning, we introduced on-site support for students and adjusted our plans for virtual learning school, which will launch this fall. When you gave us input through the pulse surveys and online forums, we addressed your concerns about facilities and transportation to ensure social distancing and other precautions were taken, for example, not using our cafeterias. You participated in town halls to give us input when we began our plan to reopen, and from that input, we prioritized reopening for our youngest learners, but also worked to get our older students back into classrooms as soon as possible. Now, here you are giving us input on the next phase of stabilizing post-pandemic. The district is committed to providing sustainable resources to schools and students to improve teaching and learning, and we would like your input to assist us. Today, we are asking you to give us input on the needs of your children. As parents and caregivers, you have the unique and authentic perspective into what your children need. Students need us most now. They need the stability and strength from adults around them. Before the pandemic, supporting students largely meant academic growth. In the coming months and years, it will mean investments in them and their human potential to be resilient, adaptive, courageous, and successful. Students need preparation for the future now more than ever as our society and world heals. At stake are so many meaningful events in the lives of youth, including learning, socialization, social-emotional stability, physical health, mental health, and an optimistic outlook for the future. There are many things we want to let go from the past year, but there are also some things we want to hold on to. We know that we can adjust, we can come together to support our learners, and we can innovate. We want to hold on to the spirit of innovation and willingness to try things that are new and more effective.